für eine Season oder mehrere? Also Chat, soll ich euch mal kurz alles erklären? Soll ich euch kurz alles erklären? Ja, okay. Also, der Plan, es war nicht April Fools gestern. Chaos-Agenturen im dritten Mal durch School für den zweitwichtigsten. Es war nicht April Fools gestern, sondern ich habe heute Morgen nochmal, also Kenny, ich habe mich erstens schlecht gefühlt wegen Glubschi. Nummer 2, so, weiß nicht, ich war einfach so, ich habe einfach die ganze Zeit drüber nachgedacht und bin dann schlafen gegangen, bin heute Morgen aufgewacht und habe in die Gruppe geschrieben, Yo Savage, if you're ever gonna think about playing 2 seasons, let us know. Dann hat Savage mich angerufen, ich war unter der Dusche, ich habe ihm kurz meinen Cock gezeigt, dann haben wir aufgelegt, dann haben wir wieder telefoniert und dann habe ich mit ihm geredet und er hat gesagt, dass er, falls wir uns diese Season nicht laden callen und Spinks sich diese Season laden callt, also somit nicht nach EU kommt, spielen wir mit Savage auch noch nächste Season. Das heißt, wahrscheinlich bleibt Savage 2 Seasons und wir spielen das Ganze mit Savage so. Das ist der Plan. Noel dank Prime 11. Und er hat uns versprochen, dass wenn wir jetzt spielen, dass er fully login und wirklich grindet und wirklich Prime Savage wird, so dass wir uns auch laden callen, weil sonst war das Ganze sinnlos seiner Meinung nach und das check ich auch. Das heißt, wir loggen fully in, wir werden gut spielen, wir werden grinden, Savage wird grinden, ich werde grinden, Alex wird grinden und wir werden das zum Savage besten letzten Jahr machen, das es gibt. Let's fucking go. Grippe, nein, Chat, also warte, ich muss kurz was sagen, um mich zu verteidigen. Bevor ich Kenny heute die Option überhaupt erzählt habe, hat Kenny gesagt, für ihn wäre das fully fein und ihm so, er wäre null sauer auf mich oder was auch immer. Hätte Kenny aber gesagt, yo, das geht jetzt nicht mehr und bla 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 und er hat sonst keine Mates, dann hätte ich das niemals in meinem ganzen Leben gemacht. Aber Kenny hat selbst gesagt, das ist kein Problem für ihn, also er hat damit echt kein Problem. Chrissy dank Prime 1. Nein, ich quit nicht nach 2025. Ja, und wir spielen heute zu dritt auch Division 2, ja. Chris dank Prime 1. Also Chat ist jetzt nicht so als Division 2, als wären das nur geistig Behinderte, sondern es ist schon, es ist decent. Es ist halt nicht das Beste des Besten, checkt ihr, aber es ist nicht kacke, obvious. Und es ist auch guter Endgame-Practice und sowas. Gib zu, du willst Weltrekord für die meisten Trios. Einzelschall will ich meine Trios mehr Switch als Unterhosen. Vor Texas! Dankeschön für die 5 Subgifts. Und get on dank auf, wenn die wollen machen. Chat, stell mal vor, wie ich, Alex und Savage gewinnen FNCS. Wisst ihr, was das für Schlachtzeilen werden, Digga? Oder wisst ihr, wie krank das wäre? Achso, ja, und wir werden aber ganz kurz, wir werden heute Division 2 Chat, das ist auch valid, mit Delay streamen, weil es sind dann obviously ein paar Cheater in der Division. Und wenn wir Streamstyle werden von Cheatern, dann ist es over. Weil Alex muss sich qualen, sonst, Digga, sonst haben wir ein Riesenproblem. Wir werden heute aber nicht, obviously nicht fummeln. Aber wir wollen halt nicht von Cheatern gestreamt werden, Chat. Ich denke mal, das ist schon valid. Schlachtzeilen. Finde ich, Sanktionen machen.
Not just because we have one of my personal favorite Fortnite players of all time with us here in MrSavage, but he has just announced he is returning to competitive Fortnite. We were all crying, we were all sad, sobbing our hearts away. We thought it was over, we thought the story had ended, but it's not. He's back, competing again. Savage, Martin, my good friend Martin. It's good to have you back, brother.
Thank you, my good friend Daniel. Hey, listen, you know, I've seen a lot of people making some memes about me, you know, saying I was gonna go on a villain arc and then I retired 2 weeks later, and I'm unretired after crying on stream 3 weeks later. So let's just get that out of the way. Listen, boys, I don't want any hate. All right, I'm unretiring because you guys wanted me to unretire. We're giving it a last dance, a last shot. Yeah.
Okay, so the way we're gonna do this today is we're gonna almost treat this like a press conference. You know,
Okay.
I don't want, because you know, you're unretired. You have to play today. Like, as we're recording this right now, you're literally about to play in like an hour and a half in the Div Cup.
Yeah.
It's a very important Div Cup as well, because I think Vadeal's still in Div 2. So like, if you actually want to play FNCS, you kind of have to do really good today. So we want to give you some time to warm up. So we're gonna shoot some questions around. I got the big dog resub with me. I got Teddy Moon back in the building as well. We're gonna just shoot you some questions about how we got here, from you being retired to unretired to playing with Vadeal and Rezon and all that. Let's just jump straight back. Let's just jump straight into it with the biggest thing I think that a lot of people will want to know. So what's now, like, how have you now decided that this is the time to unretire? Like, you know, you were convinced that you were done, you weren't competing. You know, obviously you said all the fans wanted to see you unretire, but like, what made you think, okay, I'm gonna do this now?
Yeah, what's the video? We need rezons.
Oh my.
Teddy's kicked out already, so it's just down to a 3-man podcast.
Mute this guy on the bottom left. No, I'm joking. All right. Now the reason, yeah, I mean, so Vadeal and Rezon, you know, they're good friends of mine. You know, I used to play with Vadeal. I played a whole year with Vadeal before, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of like they both stream. You know, I enjoy hanging out with them. You know, I've been with them off stream. I've been with them on stream, etc. So yeah, it's two good guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the perfect opportunity to give it one more shot if I was to do it, which I will be doing, obviously, as I said. And you know, the chat has been going crazy, wanted me to you know, unretire. So I'm gonna give it a last dance. I think it'll make everyone hopefully happy. And you know, I think we can do good as well. You know, I want to get on that global stage.
It's interesting, your response there was, obviously you did say at the end you want to get on the global stage as well, but the first answer was they're friends and I'm going to enjoy my time playing with them more. Were there any other options you got that made you think maybe I can return, maybe they're good teams, but I'm just not going to enjoy playing with them, so it's not happening?
That was the only. I mean, I think that's the only trio in the EU that could actually make me like unretire. You know, like maybe, okay, theoretically speaking, if Vico and Vino asked me to play, you know, then yeah, I'll play. But that's like a free ticket to globals, pretty much, you know. But like that's unrealistic as well. So yeah.
Interesting.
So you played with Vadeal in the past quite successfully. What are you most looking forward to in teaming back up with him, and Rezon as well? Like what are you the most hyped for?
Well, Rezon's funny. I think Vadeal's taking it a bit more seriously, which is good. You know, I'm gonna take it seriously as well. I'm still gonna have fun. You know, trying to create some content here and there. But yeah, you know, Vadeal's obviously insane at the game. Rezon too. Last time me and Vadeal played, we might have had some heated moments off stream, but you know, we talked about it, so we squashed up the beef. Not really the beef, but like a little bit of some drama in the past. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, so this is the thing about Reese and Teddy. They're both incredibly respectful and want to keep things civil. I don't care about any
when
of that.
have I ever been the civil one? Excuse me.
The point I'm trying to make is this. I'm not letting this whole thing slide of, yeah, I want to play with Rezon, but there were great options. Rezon wanted to play with you this season. You had to play with Rezon.
I know where this is going, bro.
You clowned him on stream, and I know I was there. I was watching just like all the other people watching. You clowned him. You didn't want to play with him. You played with Vadeal in the past, like you mentioned, and when it ended, it didn't really end on the best terms. Like, things weren't great. So for you to now decide that, like, okay, these guys, the guys are gonna make me unretire, like, what's the thought process there? Was it really just like before you just didn't have a trio that you thought could work at all? Like, how did you go from not wanting to play with Rezon when you were with Pans or whatever, and hating Vadeal? Obviously you didn't hate Vadeal, but you and Vadeal weren't playing. Like, how did you go from that to we're here now, we're gonna play, I'm retiring because of them?
Okay, first of all, the thing with Vadeal, that was okay. Maybe that was a minor thing. Okay, that's like,
okay,
that's not a big of a deal. The thing with Rezon, when I was like clowning him or not wanting to play with him, listen, I love my boy Rezon. He's even more locked in now. I'm convinced. Like, I've been watching some of his tournaments. Like, he's even more locked in than he was last season. Because I think he got like a bit of a reality check last season when he didn't qualify. You know, even though it's like it was a rough season for him with like all his teammates stuff and everything. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the reason. I mean I didn't mean to clown my boy Rezon. Okay, it was just kind of funny, you know.
So Vadeal's a difference maker, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, Vadeal and Rezon is a package, yeah?
Right.
And you know a lot about packages, Levin.
Nah, I'm not too familiar, man. I don't really know what you're referring to there. Reese, you have a question?
No, I don't. I want to hear about the package, actually. Thank you.
Well, look, Rezon and Vadeal qualified, you know, last year to Globals, right? And, you know, you mentioned them as a package, and you're right. They worked well together. They were able to call Globals. They had some good results in grand finals throughout the year.
Yeah,
But
they got fifth every grands, no?
Yeah.
Last year?
No, they did really good, and they were a team that throughout the year or throughout the seasons, a lot of the time people would maybe like underestimate them, but then in the grand finals, they would show up. But even at, you know, when Globals ended, they split up, right? And they didn't want to be together anymore. And, you know, Vadeal was struggling to find teammates, ended up going to NA. Like, you talk about the package, but are you concerned that things didn't work out for them at a certain point, right? Like, you know, they decided they wanted to split. Obviously, you now have, you know, repaired whatever was wrong with Vadeal that was minor or whatever, right? But, you know, do you know how they feel about each other, playing with each other? Like, what do you understand about that situation?
Well, I mean, I think sometimes when you play together with someone for a long time, like, it's kind of like living with someone, you know? In a tight space, you know, you get annoyed at each other, you get tired of each other. Why are you smiling at me? You get tired of each other. You get annoyed at each other.
You know a lot about that. You know a lot about relationships and living with people and things. Yeah, no, keep going.
Yeah, but my point is, sometimes you get tired of playing with each other, you know, and you want to mix things up. It doesn't necessarily have to do with them having anything against each other. And I doubt it. You know, they're pretty much best friends, you know, in the German community, you know, like. They're the two biggest German like Fortnite competitive streamers, I think. So, yeah, that's not like a thing I'm worried about.